Hello. Welcome to A Novel Console, your weekly podcast where we talk about books, games, food, and stuff that caught our attention during the week. My name is Chris, and with me is my beautiful wife and co-host, Karen.
Why was that so difficult?
Because it still says my horrifying co-host.
Oh my gosh, you need to
wife.
change that right now.
Yeah, I'm changing it right now. My beautiful co-host and wife, Karen. Okay. Hey, how are you doing?
I am doing well. I'm too full for my own good, but it's also still good. Does that make sense?
Yes, it's good. It's good. Hey, if this is your first time or 119th time coming into the show, welcome. We're glad you're joining us for an episode of A Novel Console. We hope you stick around, have some laughs, and maybe find some new things to enjoy. If you want to reach out to us, you can do it on our socials, which is basically at A Novel Console on every platform, or you can email us directly at anovelconsole@gmail.com. Or if you would like to support us, you can do it at patreon.com/anovelconsole. Karen? Something you have to say?
There is something I have to say. You should tell your friends to check out the show because every listen and review helps us. You can leave us a review on most platforms like Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify. Reviews help us be more discoverable, and we need to be discovered. We also have our own A Novel Console Discord. If you want to join, send us an email or check out our Twitter and look for the pinned tweet.
Yes, that is correct.
Tweet. Well, you know, maybe we should get off Twitter.
Why?
Because fucking Elon Musk was ruining everything.
He's ruining everything.
He's a hot fucking mess
He is.
of a man.
So last week we didn't record
We did not.
because
We were in a cleaning frenzy. We said it was to take a Thanksgiving break, but it was honestly because we were in a fucking cleaning frenzy.
and also I had just gotten back from San Diego.
Yes, you did. Why don't you tell us all about that?
Yeah. So work decided to spring on me that I had to go to San Diego.
With literally less than 24-hour notice.
Yeah, it was like 12-hour notice.
Yeah.
Like, you're leaving tomorrow this time. Go.
Yeah. Peace out.
And I went to San Diego. I had some food at San Diego from like chains over there. And surprised to say, it was food.
I am shocked. I was shooketh to my core that he did not feel the same way about In-N-Out that I did when I had it.
Okay, so
how many years ago?
Let's start with
4
In-N-Out.
years ago? Yeah.
So
And that's
In-N-Out.
the first thing you really had, right? That was
Yeah.
that we don't have here.
Yeah, because like the first night I had Wendy's.
Yeah, no, that doesn't count.
Yeah, no, it was like a 4 for 4.
You know.
Anyways, In-N-Out, I had the double with the animal fries. The fries were awful. They were
They soggy or
they were soggy and hard at the same time.
what?
So like they were soft,
Uh-huh.
but like once you bit into them, it kind of like felt like cardboard.
Oh.
And then like the sauce and cheese were great, and like the bacon jam that they put on top of it, the bacon onion jam was really good. But like the fries themselves just like sucked. They were
Sad.
awful. Now the burger had textures out the ass. It had all of the textures that you want on your burger. Like
The crispy edges.
the lettuce was crispy, the veggies were fresh, everything. Cheese was good. The sauce, the sauce that they put in it was great.
I love their sauce.
The only thing that it needed was that the burger needed a little bit more seasoning because it honestly didn't taste like anything. But
I wonder if you caught them on a bad day
could be. I mean,
or like
I
a
wanted,
bad location.
could be. I wanted to go back before I left, but I honestly didn't have time. Like work was so hectic over there that I didn't have time for anything.
And you were exhausted.
I was fucking tired. Like
Jet lag plus working, driving between
Like
locations.
The trip over there was like 2 hours to Texas and then 3 hours to California. But I had to stay like an hour and a half inside the airplane while it was going from Texas to California.
The layover.
So it was like 6 hours that I was sitting there in the same chair. I was fucking miserable. So anyways, the next thing that I had was a place that we've had here before, and we thought it was garbage. Did we thought it was garbage? I don't really remember.
A place we've had here. Oh, yeah, no, we said it was garbage. Garbage.
Del Taco.
Yeah.
Del Taco is garbage in California. It is so fucking good. It was incredible. Like Wolfgang Darren had said, when you come to California, please go to Del Taco. It's so much better. And it was so much better. I had like their tortas, their sandwiches that they do. And oh my god, like I had it was the asada torta. So it's like stewed beef for like queso and pico de gallo. Oh, it was so rich and flavorful. Like the meat was tender. It everything tasted fresh. The bun, I'm not a huge fan of toasted buns, but that bun was toasted perfect. And then I had tamales to go along with it, and they were chicken tamales, which is not the norm. Usually they're pork, but they tasted like they were done by some abuela that they had in the back
Bless
of the
her.
kitchen making them. They were perfect. The Del Taco was garbage. I was surprised. Like I took a bite out of everything. I'm like, holy fuck. And like the entire time I'm texting with Wolfgang back and forth. I'm like, dude, this is so fucking incredible. This is amazing. Like you were right. Like, holy fuck. And he says, that's not even the good one.
Oh my gosh.
It's like he told me like it's some family that owned Del Taco and like they sold franchises to some people, but they kind of kept a few locations. And those few locations are apparently even better. So if this isn't even the good Del Taco and it was garbage, I wonder what the good Del Taco is actually like. It was fantastic.
It's pretty impressive. I still find it hard to believe, but I'll take your word for it.
No, I was fucking shocked. Like I was sitting there in my Embassy Suites hotel, like my
embassy suites.
my old 80s looking room, just like all dusty and shit. I'm just sitting there like on that crappy table with that uncomfortable chair, just eating my sandwich and tamales. So I was almost crying. Like my phone was all
impressive.
greasy from me
Bless
eating
it.
and texting. Then the next thing that I had was Wienerschnitzel. I was driving to Rancho Mirage, and I saw Wienerschnitzel, and it was too late for me to turn around. Because little did I know, I also had to go through this huge mountain that only had 2 lanes and a
I
bunch
don't
of
even want to think
cutoffs.
about it.
That mountain was fucking scary
Horrifying.
to drive down at night. Yeah. But anyways, I when I came back to San Diego, I decided to look up a Wienerschnitzel on the way, and I stopped in. Wow. Like, it was like, this hot dogs look sad, very sad. And I had like a chili dog. Was it a chili dog? Can you look up the pictures, please?
Oh, at your Wienerschnitzel, it looked
Yes.
awful.
Yeah, so I had 2 brats. One of them was like onions and mustard, and the other one was kraut and mustard. The kraut and mustard was pretty good. I really liked that because the sauerkraut tasted like real sauerkraut. Oh, it's a junkyard dog is what I had. And the brat was really good. It didn't have a heavy fennel taste to it. It didn't have any fennel at all, which I appreciate because I'm not a big fan of fennel and brats, but the bratwursts were pretty good. I think they were a limited time item. Then I had the junkyard dog. It was literally a chili dog with crappy French fries on top. But without the French fries, I feel like it would have been better. It was almost no, it was pretty okay. Like I would have
Pretty
it again.
okay.
I would have it again. Especially the price was pretty cheap. I've noticed that the food over there was cheaper than here.
Like fast food.
Yeah, like I don't know what that was about.
That doesn't make any sense.
Like it was cheaper than over here. But I did have made plans to go to Darren's pizza place because Wolfgang works at a pizza place called I think it's Bronx Pizza. Oh, there goes my phone. Let me see if I can find the name of the pizza place. So we had made plans to go, but that last site took forever. I didn't get out till late, and basically I got to the hotel to go to sleep, and I had like 4 hours to sleep to get back on the airplane and come over here. So I've still been trying to catch up on my sleep, and I feel like now I'm somewhat there. But it's called Bronx Pizza in California. Next time I'm out there, which will probably be at some point if they start having issues with this shit, because this shit is kind of like all fucked up.
Not because of you.
No, I'll hit up Wolfgang and we'll go to his pizza place and I'll give it a fair review. Because shame, I could have gone for some really good pizza that last day. So
Boo.
San Diego was fun. I would like to go. I really like that. It's very like deserty. in Mountain. I really, really like the
Because you've
views.
never really seen anything like that in person before, how do you?
Puerto Rico has a ton of mountains.
But not desert,
No.
because it's a tropical island.
Well, there is a section that's a desert, but it
It's
doesn't.
not like the same.
Yeah. And I found it really cool that you would look like if you managed to get a gap in between the mountains that you could look through, you would see like mountains way farther in the back than all the mountains right there. I did find that the drivers were very fucking smart. Like there was like this one 2-lane road, right? It was very, very long. And at the end there was a light. So the light let you go straight and then it let you go right. And if you went to the right, you would be able to get on the highway. People would get off to the side of the lane and leave it open so that the people going through could just go through and not have to get stuck in all that traffic. I found that to be so fucking smart. And the cutoffs, people would just get out of your way if you were going too fast. It was great. Like people were conscious drivers, and
Way better than here.
Yes, I appreciated the way that they drove. They were
All the drivers here are unconscious.
Yeah, they're fucking selfish dickheads.
They're awful.
But love San Diego. I want us to go back together. So maybe that would be something that we could do next year, because I really
Go
like
go
it.
all the places next year.
Yeah.
New York, Boston.
Yeah, we're going to
San
New York starting the
Diego.
year, and then we're going to Boston in October.
Go all the places.
Yeah,
And then the next year we'll go to New Zealand.
I doubt it.
We have to go to New Zealand soon.
Yeah. So can you tell me why we want to go to Boston?
Why do we want to go to Boston? Because our friends who live in Boston, I can say they're our friends now because I know them and they didn't hate me. Yay.
They didn't. Mariela wouldn't shut up about
They
you.
didn't hate me and I didn't hate them. No, so we had friends visit for the last week. They live in Boston and we've now made plans. Well, not like concrete plans, but
No, it's concrete. We're going.
well, we haven't like booked flights or anything yet, so it's not concrete
Next
yet.
paycheck, we're booking flights.
We got other flights we got to book before that. Anyway, so yeah, we're going to go up to Boston in the fall and we're going to do all of the wonderful fall things and freeze our butts off and it's going to be magical. We're going to go apple picking and we're going to go to Salem. We're going to do witchy things and I'm going to be in my element. And you're going to be in your element because it'll be cold.
So when I went to San Diego, I was listening to Blink-182 San Diego, because we're going out to San Diego,
Yes.
San Diego. When we go to Boston, we're going to listen to Dropkick Murphys. They're shipping out to Boston. Never heard of it?
No.
No, it's Irish, kind of like a shanty,
Yeah.
but by a band. Nick loves them.
Yes.
He adores
I
them.
know.
Yep.
I remember that.
Yep. So keep telling. What did we do with friends?
What did we do with friends? Well, you went to Disney with friends,
Yes,
and I was mad at you for
Mm-hmm.
going to Disney because you never go to Disney with me.
because you never pay for my
Boo,
ticket
you
and you never
whore.
invite me.
Oh, whatever. You always have an open invitation.
Well, you're not paying for my ticket.
True. Anyway, so
Like, I got a free ticket, so I managed to go.
and then well, you never asked for free tickets to go with me.
Well, I'm gonna go every single time you ask.
Yeah.
They don't have enough tickets for that.
No. So then we had Thanksgiving with your family, huge get together. You made awesome turkey.
Yes.
We went to Universal Friday. We did a full theme park day. A full day. I don't think you and I have ever done a full day together. I have done full days where you were there for part of the day and gave up, but never a full day together. We got there like 30 minutes after the park opened. We got there at 9:30 and they opened at 9. Yes, we did.
We opened the park.
No, we didn't. The park was already open.
No, it wasn't, because we waited in line to get in, for the gates to open to get in.
No, we didn't.
Yes, we did.
No, we did not. There was a line of people ahead of us getting their tickets scanned, but the park had been open for half an hour. We did not rope drop the park.
I think you're full of shit. Anyways,
I
continue.
know for a fact because I looked at my watch to make sure it was already 9 o'clock and it was 9:27. I remember specifically because I was rolling my eyes at you going to fucking will call when I said you can just use the ticket on your phone. You don't have to print it. This is not the Dark Ages where we kill trees. Anyway, 9:27 a.m. The park opened at 9. Anyway, we did a full park day at Universal. And you got to ride Hagrid's motorbike adventure for the first time, and you were a child.
I was.
A child.
I was. It was great. It was so much fun. It has that drop that I wasn't expecting.
It's pretty great.
And
It's
it
so
goes
smooth.
really
It's
fast.
so fast.
Mm-hmm.
And you feel like you're driving it because you were on the motorbike side at least. It's a motorbike and a sidecar, so one person gets to be the motorbike.
I barely made it on.
You barely. I mean, they're like, we need you to get it just a little bit further. Just a little bit further.
I don't
And
think
they're
it
like,
moved at all.
Are you comfortable? I'm like, he does not look comfortable, but he's going to tell you he is.
I don't give a fuck.
You look
I
like you
wanna
were
go
about
fast.
to be ripped in half.
I felt like I was ripped in half a mummy.
Oh,
It's like
yeah.
that shit jerked us around. And like yesterday, I kept getting sharp pains on my rib the whole day.
Yeah, that's a really rough ride. It's always been rough, but like for me, it where the lap bar on the left side, it got me like in my belly, and that last drop, like kind of like goes sideways, and your body goes one way, and
The cart goes the other.
yeah, it definitely yanked my belly down, and I felt like if I had been closer to surgery, I think my incisions would have all popped open.
Probably.
It was really painful.
It was very painful.
Yeah. My body hurt a lot. Hell, my body hurt a fuck ton just going up that incline on River Adventure. I thought my back was going to crack in half. That hurt like hell.
Oh, when the ride got stuck?
No, when we were going up the incline after the ride got stuck.
Yeah.
We got stuck on a ride for so long that we got express passes. That was fun.
Yep. Managed to do Gringotts.
Good. We did a lot of rides that day.
Yeah, we did Gringotts.
There was a
on Fast Pass.
145-minute wait, and we waited like 20 minutes.
Yep.
Because we used our express.
Yep.
And we ate some bomb-ass fish and chips.
Yes.
We probably should have just gorbaged it, but we didn't take pictures.
Yep, we did
It
it.
was fucking amazing. If you ever go to Universal and you're in Universal Diagon Alley, you should go to the Leaky Cauldron and get the fish and chips because
Yes.
it is fucking amazing for
I'm
theme park
surprised it
food.
was so good.
It is really, really good. The fish was so crispy
And juicy.
fresh.
Yeah, it was great.
Oh, it was awesome.
Very, very good.
Yeah, it was a good day. Then we went to Teak. We introduced them to the best burgers ever. Mm-hmm. I think we want to go back already. We want to go back already.
Kigo inhaled his burger.
He did. He did.
Like, he had the burger, he took a bite, he's like, this is good, and then it disappeared.
It was gone. Y'all are like the same person in many ways.
Yeah, we're pretty similar.
Yeah.
That's why we get along so well.
Yeah. I can see it.
But yeah, no, it was great having them here. We had
was
a lot
awesome.
of fun.
Yeah.
In 3 weeks, we get to do it again with my parents.
Yes. Yes. I can't say we have as much in common with your parents. I don't think your mom and I will both sit and cry over wizards.
Harry Potter. Yeah.
Granted, I didn't cry, but I cried the first time I experienced it. I really felt like I was with a kindred spirit, like one of the most kindred spirits I've ever been around.
When we
Ever,
did,
I think.
when we did the that Ollivanders, is it?
Yes.
Show
I had never done the Ollivanders
where the lady get that little girl the magic one.
show. She was crying.
Crying the whole time. It's like I looked over and she's like pulling up her shirt, like looking like all concerned, hoping nobody would see her just to wipe her tears. I just started laughing.
I thought you were laughing at the show.
No, she just kept crying
Oh
and
my
crying.
god! But then they do a Christmas show on the side of Hogwarts
Mm-hmm.
every 20 minutes during Christmas season. I was not prepared for her to like bawl like a baby over that. I was not prepared.
Yep.
Yeah,
My
it was
friends-
pretty great.
All my friends hate the police and they are emotional wrecks.
Yep,
Yep.
yep. That's okay.
That's why we're friends.
We like them that way.
Yep. Hey, so you know that we tried to go to a place called Cacao Chocolate in Mount Dora like
Last
a year
year.
ago. Yeah.
Yeah, but we didn't realize they closed so early.
Yes.
And we
so
got there way too late.
We got there like an hour after they had closed.
We got to go there early this year. We should go at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
So I was trying to get out there just to get some chocolates, and the people from Cacao Chocolate are friends with Kiko and Mariela. So I had told Kiko, like, hey, can you check if they're open on Thanksgiving Day? So after we eat, we can go up there and get some chocolates. You know, that way we can see.
Mom and pop businesses are not open on Thanksgiving Day, my love.
That's what I told them to check.
And they weren't.
They weren't. No. It's fine. But they were coming down to where we were. So Kiko was like, hey, can you get us some chocolates and bring them down? That way we can like see you and whatnot. It's like, I told us like, hey, just have him give me a box too. It's like, but what do you want? It's like, I don't care. It's like whatever he thinks is the best, whatever he likes the most, I'll take that. So they came down, we met up with them, we talked with them for a while. They caught up, and they gave us 3 things actually. They gave us a chocolate bar, which was a chocolate bar stuffed with salted caramel.
One of the best things I've ever tasted in my entire fucking life.
It was salted caramel, but it tasted like toffee. And if they would have told me it was toffee, I would have said this is the best toffee in the entire fucking world.
I would bathe in it.
It was so good.
It was so good. I wish I had another one right now.
It was incredible.
And it looked like Epcot. It looked like Spaceship Earth, the texture. It did!
We don't have a picture of that, but we do have a picture of the bonbons. They also gave us a little stick of guava candy. It's in the fridge. Kiko and Mariel tried it. They said it was really good. And they gave us like a little pink guava petite cake.
That we all shared the night before they left.
That was fucking incredible.
It was weird. It was a little weird that first bite. But then as you ate more, it was amazing.
Yeah. It's a little bit sandy inside.
And the bottom was almost like a Rice Krispie
But it was cake. It was like crumbly and crunchy.
I think what threw me off is that's the first part that I ate. And I was like, what? But it was amazing.
It was incredible.
Really, really good.
I want to go back and I want to try everything
You know who would love that?
Who?
Debbie.
Probably.
She would love it. We should get her one for Christmas. She doesn't listen to the podcast, so this won't be a spoiler.
Yeah. So I have here their website. Their website is cacaochocolate.com. That is Kilo Oscar Chocolate.com. Cacao. From here, you can order their candy and have it shipped to you. They have a 12-piece box, which is $30. And they have a 25-piece box, which is $58. They have about, 8, 10, 11 steady flavors and 4 that are holiday that change. So they have, right now the holiday flavors are coquito with rum, white chocolate macadamia, amarena cherry, and gingerbread. They do have a passion fruit one, which I am dying to taste. So let's go ahead and start with the passion fruit. I'm going to take a bite and I'm going to give it to you, all right?
Do I get to choose a flavor?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Oh boy, that's really crunchy.
Oh my God.
I don't really like passion fruit. I'm scared.
Oh my God. You ate the whole thing?
Oops, wasn't I supposed to?
You're supposed to take a bite.
Oh.
Really?
It's just a passion fruit.
It's tart?
The textures are amazing. I like it so creamy. I don't like the passion fruit. It's just passion fruit. Oh God.
I think it's incredible.
I don't like passion fruit.
It's so tart and juicy.
I can tell that any other flavor would probably be incredible, but I don't like passion fruit.
Okay.
Oh God. Oh.
So which color do you want to try next? I'm going to try 5 more of these.
Isn't the creamy looking one on this side the caramel one?
This one?
Yeah.
This one? Let me take a look.
Because I know we looked up the flavors the other night when they were
that
still
is
here.
white chocolate macadamia.
Okay, let's do that one.
Okay, you want to take the first bite?
Yeah.
Here you go.
Hold on, let me cleanse my mouth.
Okay, then let me take the first bite then. All right, so it's white chocolate macadamia.
You took way too big of a bite.
that straight up tastes like a fucking macadamia nut. That is awesome.
Oh, it's not as creamy.
But it's really good.
Oh. It tastes like a white chocolate macadamia nut cookie.
It tastes like a macadamia
really
covered
nutty.
in white chocolate. It's really nutty.
It tastes like the nut is there, but it's not.
I really like that.
That's really
like that a
slap
lot.
your mama.
Okay, next let's try the gingerbread.
Gingerbread?
Yeah,
Not the buns! got buttons. I could eat some gingerbread cookies. We should decorate a gingerbread house.
Okay, there it goes. First, it was a little bit strange, but it starts turning into a gingerbread cookie.
It tastes like Christmas.
It tastes like Christmas. That is very good.
It tastes like a Kirkland's at Christmas.
A what?
A Kirkland's at Christmas. The white people who listen will know what I'm talking about.
Oh, I'm not white. Is that spice to at the end?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's delightful.
Yeah, the more you chew, then it gets more gingerbready and less just Christmas.
What's your next color?
What's the green one?
The green one, I believe, is coquito with rum.
What's the dark blue one?
The dark blue one,
Not the light blue.
pecan caramel bourbon. We got 3 more that we have to have.
What about the light blue one?
The light blue one is toasted coconut.
Let's do that one.
Okay. I feel so bad that I didn't save the passion fruit for last. That one. I really like that one.
I am not a fan. You can have all the passion fruit you want. Sorry, I ate the whole part. This is toasted coconut, right?
It's like a gourmet almond joy without the almond. It's like a gourmet mouse.
Oh, the coconut shavings. Oh.
Wow.
These are so fancy. I feel like I'm not fancy enough to eat these.
What?
I think it might be the fact that I still have other chocolate in my mouth. There was like a hint of something weird that felt off. But I think it's just because I didn't drink anything in between these bites.
Take another sip. I'm going to take a sip too. Need to clean that out. All right, so we got 2 more flavors that we need to pick. I'm going to pick the Grand Marnier.
Okay. What is Grand Marnier?
I think it's alcohol.
You think it's alcohol. Okay.
You know what's funny? These don't smell like anything. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Wow.
Oh, no. Okay.
Here, take the shell too. This one's bitter. It's very bitter. It tastes like alcohol.
You know what it makes me think of?
The cherries.
Yes, it's disgusting. Not a fan. 10/10, do not recommend.
I really liked it.
Oh my god, this is awful.
Garrett, don't make those noises.
It tastes like chocolate covered cherries.
You don't like chocolate covered
I
cherries.
fucking hate chocolate covered cherries. They're disgusting. I always never understood why my gramps ate them.
Probably because you hated them.
The one thing we didn't try to steal from him.
Chocolate covered cherries.
Ugh, you can keep those.
Okay, so we have these left. Pick one, and that'll be it. We'll give a rating.
What's the orange?
The orange is peanut butter.
No.
Look at the box. Which one?
What is that white one?
This white one is vanilla bean.
Let's do that one.
Okay, so last one.
I wish they were all creamy like the passion fruit one.
That. I think that's probably the one that I like the least because it's not.
It's kind of boring.
Yeah, it's not overpowering with flavor, but
I think I like it better because it's not overpowering.
like the Grand Marnier.
Oh my god, it was awful.
I'm going to be honest. This is garbage for me. This is all so delightful.
Can I just have the candy bar? I just want the candy bar.
Candy bar was incredible.
Yeah, that was garbage.
So we have left coquito. We have left caramel bourbon. We have coffee.
Coffee.
We have hazelnut. Let's see what else. I don't know what the spotted one is. Oh, salted caramel. Yeah, we got 6 left, so we got a good amount left. These were incredible. The ones that we didn't like were, for me, vanilla bean felt a little bit too plain compared to the other ones.
I still liked it.
All the other ones were just like explosions of flavor. Like, this is what you're
True.
getting.
Very true.
I could barely feel the vanilla. Carradine didn't like the Grand Marnier.
Or the passion fruit.
She didn't like the Grand Marnier because it tasted like cherry chocolate, which
chocolate covered cherries.
she hates, and she doesn't like passion fruit. I thought passion fruit was the best one.
I hate passion fruit everything.
Passion
I
fruit.
hate it.
The passion fruit one was delightful. It was refreshing. It was creamy. It was rich. It hit.
You're such an islander.
It hit every fucking note that I wanted, and oh my god, that one was a fucking treasure. Toasted coconut was also really good. It tasted like an upscale
Almond joy.
Mounds.
Yeah. Mounds?
Yeah, upscale Mounds. That one.
The flakes.
That one was lovely. That one was great.
It's tasty.
So yeah, you can order them at cacaochocolate.com. That's KKOchocolate.com. Kilo Oscar Chocolate.com. And they will ship them out to you. We're definitely gonna get more of these because these are fucking awesome. They're incredible. I didn't think chocolate could ever be this good.
Very tasty.
You can also find their socials, which I think are at Cacao Chocolate on Instagram. Let me just double check. What is my phone doing? Okay, here we go.
Malfunctioning.
Yeah, so it's kko.chocolate on Instagram. There you can see the process of how they make the chocolates, and you can also see their cakes and everything else that they offer. Man, this was incredible. What a treat. All right. So, do you know what time it is now?
I know what time it is.
What time is it?
It's time for the Backlog of Doom.
Do you want to give me like a good intro for that?
What do you mean?
Like, you know how I say it's time for the Backlog of Doom or something like that?
That wasn't good enough?
I just like
It's time for the Backlog of Doom. This week we are doing our millionth Backlog of Doom.
It's part 7.
Part 7, Backlog of Doom. So
What is the Backlog of Doom?
basically we share 5 books and 5 games that are in our backlog, and we put those 5 books and 5 games up for vote on Patreon for you, our listeners, to decide what we read and play sometime in the next month. By the end of the year or January?
January. Probably mid-January.
Yeah.
Because next week we have Read and Place. Hopefully the week after we have the Android and Cell Saga. And then after that we probably have the Boo Saga, and then the end of the month.
End of the year.
End of the year. So it's probably going to be a January thing. We need to look at dates and figure out exactly. But we haven't done a Read and Place in a long time. I kind of miss those.
Yeah, it's been a hot minute.
Yep. Okay, so keep telling us what else.
What else? Then we review that book and that game.
Yep. So next week we'll announce the winners.
Yes.
They will be live by the time you're listening to this episode on Patreon. So it's patreon.com/novelconsole, $2 a month, and we'll go from there.
Take pity on us.
Yes.
As you never do.
I mean, I feel like there's only one game. Well, there's 2 games in this whole list that I'll probably be miserable with, but they're all the same exact type of game. So, all right, what's your first book?
Okay, my first book is The Fork, the Witch, and the Worm, Tales from Allegatia, Volume 1. I don't think there's ever been anything beyond the Volume 1 so far. By Christopher, I always mispronounce his last name. Paolini. I know when I met him at Dragon Con, he said it in a way that I had never said it in my head. And I was like, oh, I've been overcomplicating this. I don't remember. It's been too long. Way too long. I think he said something like, I don't even remember. Anyway, so if you could not already tell, this is an Allegatia story in the Aragon world. I bought this like the day it came out years ago. And I have not read it. Oopsie daisy. Okay. A wanderer and a cursed child, spells and magic and dragons, of course. Welcome back to the world of Allegatia. It's been a year since Aragon departed Allegatia in search of the perfect home to train a new generation of dragon riders. Now he is struggling with an endless sea of tasks, constructing a vast dragon hold, wrangling with suppliers, guarding dragon eggs, and dealing with belligerent Urgles and haughty elves. Then a vision from the Eldunari, unexpected visitors, and an exciting Urgle legend offer a much-needed distraction and a new perspective. This volume features 3 original stories set in Allegatia, interspersed with scenes from Aragon's own unfolding adventure. Included is an excerpt from the memoir of the unforgettable witch and fortune teller Angela, the herbalist, penned by Angela Paolini, the inspiration for the character herself. Relish the incomparable imagination of Christopher Paolini in this thrilling new collection of stories based in the world of the inheritance cycle.
So there's Jaleel Whites in this book?
What?
Jaleel Whites?
Who's Jaleel White?
Urkel?
Oh my god, Urgle!
Urkel.
Go, 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 go. Oh my god.
It's like I just can picture like Urkel's riding fire-breathing dragons and burning shit down and being like,
Did I do that? I can't.
I would love that.
That would be pretty amazing.
She just hit the top of
I'd
the
pay
other
to
side of
see
my
it.
chair with her head.
Bless it. Did I do
Luna.
that?
Why do you want to read that?
Why?
Yeah.
Because I read all the Aragon books, so I gotta read it.
How long ago did you read them?
Inheritance came out when I was in college, like my sophomore year of college, if I'm not mistaken. I remember it was one of the first things that I ordered on I pre-ordered on Amazon, and I was shooketh to my core when it was delivered on Pub Day. Because, things like that were still new.
That doesn't
fairly
happen
new
anymore.
back then. Huh?
That doesn't happen anymore.
No, it does.
I don't think so.
It does.
It doesn't happen with games.
It does with
think.
books.
I hate Amazon, so I don't really know. Anyways, so that's why you want to read it? Because
Yeah.
you've read everything and you just want to continue?
Yeah. Why not?
That's fair. All right, so for me, all of my games are going to be Warriors games. So this is the 1 versus 1,000 games that I absolutely love so much and a lot of people hate for some reason. And I have 5 of them. And they cover everything from like the original stuff.
Oh my gosh, these games that you spent hours on the toilet playing?
Yes. those
Oh,
games.
Lord.
Luna sneezed. Bless you, Luna. So I'm covering everything from like their original games to adaptations of other stuff. So let's start with one that I am not 100% sure that I'm going to like because I played 3. And the problem with 3, let me just say what it is One Piece Pirate Warriors 4. The problem with 3 was that each stage covered like a story part from One Piece. So you would start one fight and it would take like from an hour to 3 hours just to do that one fight.
Jeez.
Because it covered like whole arcs. So like it starts like at the very beginning of One Piece where Luffy's a little kid and he's like helping people and deciding that he wants to be a pirate and start meeting his crewmates and whatnot. So that kind of like I didn't finish the game because it was I felt like it was a lot of effort that I had to put into it. But I do want to play Pirate Warriors 4, especially because I got it recently for the Switch with all the DLC and everything for like $27. So I'm interested in this one. Yeah. So basically, what it says on Wikipedia is the game features gameplay similar to the previous installment. The game has its own original story that takes the Wano arc from One Piece and changes it. That means nothing to me. It also features 4 new multiplayer modes called Giant Boss Battle, Total Bounty Battle, and Time Defense Battle and Territory Battle. Means nothing to me. I'm sure it'll mean something to me once I start playing it. Let's see. So what it says here from the original story, the story takes the unfinished Wano arc and modifies the plot, with Cavendish and Bartolomeo appearing in the arc to help the captured Straw Hat crew escape their cells. As the battle intensifies between Big Mom and Kaido, a new enemy appears in the form of Blackbeard and his crew. Fighting Blackbeard, Big Mom, and Kaido's crew, players are met with a final battle against Kaido, who turns into a dragon after defeating Big Mom, Blackbeard, and Kaido's underlings. This all just sounds like fucking gibberish to me. I have no idea.
Sounds like gibberish to you. That's how I feel.
I am not a One Piece person, but
I hear Kaido and I think Kaiju and...
yeah, I hear Kaido and I think Yu-Gi-Oh! So apparently there's 52 playable characters in the game. 43 of them are base game characters and 9 are additional DLC characters. So I got all 52. And if this is like other Pirates games, like all of these characters are made so that you can increase all of their abilities. So you're going to be doing a lot of collecting and a lot of fighting. So that's what I want. I want that seeing the numbers go up and becoming stronger.
I was about to say, why do you want to play this?
It just has a gameplay loop that is very
never ending.
That, and it's also very cathartic.
Okay.
So like
because it's never ending.
Yes. So like when I did what was it? What was the name of the game? Hyrule Warriors, Age of Calamity. It had that sort of thing, and even though Persona 5 Strikers wasn't really a Warriors game, even though it was sold as one, it also kind of had that loop that felt very good to me.
Okay.
Right. What's your next book?
My next book is Grave Mercy by Robin Lefevre. I have no fucking idea what this book is about, so let's find out together. In 15th century Brittany, Ismay escapes from the brutality of an arranged marriage to the convent of Saint Mortaine, where the sisters still serve the gods of old. Here she learns that she has been sired by the god of death himself and will be trained in his arts. Ismay's most important assignment takes her to the high court of Brittany, where deadly games of intrigue and treason create impossible choices. How can she deliver death's vengeance upon a target who, against her will, has stolen her heart? The first book in the tantalizing His Fair Assassin trilogy introduces a darkly imagined world that combines romance and captivating action. I have heard that these books are amazing and very underrated. So
you bought this at Ollie's Bargain Mart?
I did.
And it says their price is $6. Our price is $1.99. And then in the back, it says $10.99.
If I remember correctly, I got that on our very first trip to Ollie's ever when we lived on the other side of town.
Probably.
Which means I've had that for like 4 or 5 years, and it had already been out for a couple of years, I think, before that.
Have you tried to take the sticker off?
I have not. Just leave it. It's part of it now. It's been on there for so long.
Yeah, it's leaving a
it's part of it now.
Sorry.
Watch it be terrible and me take it to Bright Light anyway, and they'll be like, we'll give you 99 cents.
We'll give you 50, and you will like it.
Yeah, I'll take it.
So why do you want to read it again?
Why? Because I've heard that it's really great, and I have FOMO.
Okay.
And it looks pretty.
That is pretty cover. Pretty cute cover.
It's pretty.
Okay. So my next game, another Warriors game. This one is Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes. I played the original Fire Emblem Warriors. I pretty much did everything. My goal in that game was to unlock Celica and Lyn from Fire Emblem. Is it Fates? And the other one is the original Fire Emblem for the Game Boy Advance. Because those are 2 of my favorite characters, like Lyn and Celica. Would have loved to have been able to unlock Hector. Because Hector is a giant dude in armor with a giant axe that fucks shit up. That would have been great. And Ephraim? He's a dude.
Ephraim? I worked with a guy named Ephraim. Oh, look, Amber Alert.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
So, he uses a spear. I would have loved to see any of those old characters in that game. I really like that game, so I bought this one. I started playing it and figured out that it's kind of a retelling of Fire Emblem 3 Houses for the Nintendo Switch, which I started and I fell off of it immediately because it kind of has like the school management sim.
So not the one that you played on the toilet for hours.
No, Kind of has a school management sim where you have to walk around the campus and interact with all the characters and
Sounds
do
kinda
quests for
boring.
them, and it's super fucking boring, and none of these characters are interesting. But this one kind of has that same element, but a little bit more held back, taken back, like less detailed. So the little bit that I played, I enjoyed. I do want to continue it. So this would be a perfect game for the backlog. Honestly, I have no idea where the story goes. I do know that there are 3 houses that you can align with in the one that this is retelling for. So I don't know if this is that same way. I think I picked Edelgard, which is the Nazi woman. Apparently she wants like ethnic cleansing. But yeah, I would like to continue this one. Let me see here what it says. Yeah, so there's three schools, so apparently there might be like an option to do 3 playthroughs, and there's apparently secret chapters and whatnot. So this one seems to have a ton of content on it.
Fun.
That's another thing I love about these games. Like, it's the same gameplay loop pretty much, but there is so much fucking content and so much fucking shit to do in them.
Keeps you occupied.
Yeah, it's like 200 hours of gameplay just to complete it.
Oh dear.
So, yeah.
The completionist would have a little fun time.
Oh, he fucking hates them. He hates them.
Because they're so long. I can imagine.
He tried to complete Hyrule Warriors for the Nintendo Switch. And he tried to complete it on a challenge that Nintendo gave him. They had to complete it on a train ride from Los Angeles to Seattle. I think it was like 3 days roughly, the train ride. I think he put about, I think it was like 70, about 70. No, that's 72 hours is 3 days.
Yeah, so like he didn't sleep?
No. He put in like high 40s or something in it. And he came nowhere near halfway through the game.
Wow.
Like 3 years later, he completed the game.
Wow.
100%. Because it has so much content and so much shit to unlock.
That's insane.
Yeah, it is. It's fucking awful. I don't want that life.
No, he signed on for a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Built his platform on a
suffering.
big commitment.
On pure suffering.
I couldn't do that.
Yeah,
I'm the
all right.
queen of DNFing. Okay.
What's your next thing?
The next book, One More Thing, Stories and Other Stories by BJ Novak. So,
It's Ryan in the Office.
yeah. Wait, does it even have a fucking description?
I don't know.
What
What's
the
in the
hell?
back? What's on the back? I see Ryan in the back.
No, it's just comments about it. Here, let me pull up the synopsis on Goodreads. Let's see here.
You know what the cover of this book reminds me of?
It reminds me of an ARC that hasn't had its cover approved yet.
It reminds me of Assholes with like the scribbled name and whatnot.
Okay, found it.
Oh, I thought it says A Book You Want to Miss by Time Magazine.
A book you want to miss?
You won't want to miss.
Oh my
I skipped the
gosh.
won't entirely.
I think a Barnes & Noble employee recommended this, and I was on one of my days where I was having a hard time saying no, and I got it. I don't know. I mean, it is Ryan, so I hope it's funny. Okay, from an actor, writer, and director of the hit TV comedy The Office, a story collection that was workshopped at comedy clubs and bookstores on both coasts, BJ Novak's One More Thing, Stories and Other Stories is an endlessly entertaining, surprisingly sensitive, and startlingly original debut collection that signals the arrival of a welcome new voice in American fiction. Across a dazzling range of subjects, themes, tones, and narrative voices, Novak's assured prose and expansive imagination introduces readers to people, places, and premises that are hilarious, insightful, provocative, and moving, often at the same time. In One More Thing, a boy wins a $100,000 prize and a box of Frosted Flakes, only to discover that claiming the winnings may unravel his family. A woman sets out to seduce motivational speaker Tony Robbins, turning for help to the famed motivator himself. A school principal unveils a bold plan to permanently abolish arithmetic. An acclaimed ambulance driver seeks the courage to follow his heart and throw it all away to be a singer-songwriter. Author John Grisham contemplates a monumental typo. A new arrival in heaven, overwhelmed by infinite options, procrastinates over his long ago promise to visit his grandmother. We meet a vengeance-minded hare obsessed with scoring a rematch against the tortoise who ruined his life, and post-college friends who debate how to stage an intervention in the era of Facebook. We learn why wearing a red t-shirt every day is the key to finding love, how February just got its name, and why the stock market is sometimes just down. Finding inspiration and questions from the nature of perfection to the icing on carrot cake, from the deeply familiar to the intoxicatingly imaginative, One More Thing finds its heart in the most human of phenomena: love, fear, family, ambition, and the inner stirring for the one elusive element that might make a person complete. The stories in this collection are like nothing else, but they have one thing in common. They share the playful humor, deep heart, inquisitive mind, and altogether electrifying spirit of a writer with a fierce devotion to the entertainment of the reader. That actually sounds really fucking
That
good.
sounds awesome.
It does.
I want it to win just because of the Tony Robbins
I honestly
story.
want something else to win more than this, but
Really?
this is a close second now.
You don't know who Tony Robbins is, do you?
I don't know who Tony Robbins is.
Let me look him up.
No idea.
That dude.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
He's all fucking teeth.
Bless him.
Yeah.
He is.
Look at this. He looks like a fucking
Oh
shark.
my god, that is
creepy.
fake. His teeth are whiter than his shirt. And his shirt's white. Crispy white. Good lord.
Oh,
He looks like one of those, you know, the teeth, the clackety teeth with the wine. Yeah,
with the
he looks
whiny
like
thing.
those.
Yeah, he does. I wanted to win just because of that story. So yeah, I think read it anyways.
I mean, obviously, I'll still read it, but
Oh, that's
Yeah.
great.
it's been on my TBR for a hot minute.
Tony Robbins. That should make me giggle. All right. The next one that I got is Token Ranbu Warriors.
Rambo.
Yeah. I remember this came out and I bought it because I felt like playing one of these types of games and I didn't know it was coming out. So it just came out. I was like, oh, I'm going to go grab that. And I grabbed it. And apparently it's super boring, super slow, very simple. And I don't know if this wins. I'm still going to play it. I might enjoy it, but I
You
might
might.
suffer. I guess apparently it's very boring.
Oh
it's
my
like
gosh.
all of the elements of these types of games, but super simplified. And I know this is based on the a mobile game. I think it's Japan only. So for some reason they're like, oh, let's release this in the States. And I think there was some sort of caveat attached to this game. Like Bandai, is it Koei? No, Koei Tecmo said, oh, we're going to release this game that everybody wants, but first we're going to release Token Ranbu Warriors, and Token Ranbu Warriors has to sell well in order for us to give you this game that you guys
Oh
want.
boy.
Which is very shitty on their part.
That's
super
fun.
scummy. But I bought it anyways, and yeah, if it wins, I'll play it. I mean, there's really nothing that I got to say about this game other than
You've
Storm.
had it for a while and you want to get rid of it?
No, I'm not going to get rid of it. It's going to stay in the collection. A Secret Sengoku era drama begins. Swords transformed into heroes. 15 blades fight in the crossroad of history. And that's it.
Okay.
Super,
That's
yeah.
very
And
simple.
I tried to find like a Wikipedia entry for it. Nothing.
Wow. Okay.
yeah.
That
Fun.
says something.
Yeah. Okay. What's your next book?
My next book is another one that has been on my TBR for a million years. Also purchased at Ollie's. I Am Malala by Malala Yousafzai. Yes, I think we all know who Malala is at this point. Shirley, you knew who Malala was, right?
No.
Oh my God, okay. A memoir by the youngest recipient of the Nobel Peace Prize. I come from a country that was created at midnight. When I almost died, it was just after midday. When the Taliban took control of the Swat Valley in Pakistan, one girl spoke out. Malala Yousafzai refused to be silenced and fought for her right to an education. On Tuesday, October 9th, 2012, when she was 15, she almost paid the ultimate price. She was shot in the head at point-blank range while riding the bus home from school, and few expected her to survive. Instead, Malala's miraculous recovery has taken her on an extraordinary journey from a remote valley in northern Pakistan to the halls of the United Nations in New York. At 16, she became a global symbol of peaceful protest and the youngest nominee ever for the Nobel Peace Prize. Am Malala is the remarkable tale of a family uprooted by global terrorism, of the fight for girls' education, of a father who, himself a school owner, championed and encouraged his daughter to write and attend school, and of brave parents who have a fierce love for their daughter in a society that prizes sons. Am Malala will make you believe in the power of one person's voice to inspire change in the world. I'm gonna cry.
You're gonna cry so much.
I'm gonna cry so fucking much. I remember when she was on, oh god, I guess it was probably Ellen. I don't remember when Oprah went off the air. Well, I think it was well before we graduated from high school, right?
Yeah.
So I guess she was on Ellen, and oh my god, I just bawled my fucking eyes out hearing her story. So yeah. This has been on my TBR for a very, very long time. And then I finally bought this copy of Ollie's.
I feel like
telling myself I would read it immediately.
You were telling me earlier the names of the books so I could put them on the list.
Yeah.
And once you said I Am Malala, I'm like, oh, Champ is going to vote for this book.
I feel like Champ's probably read I Am Malala.
Like, Champ probably loves this book.
Maybe not. He might surprise us and say he's never read it and doesn't want to.
Like, this book sucks.
I hate that book. Oh, God.
All right. My next game is called Warriors AllStars. AllStars? Yes. Okay. So, I remember I bought this game while I was still working at Lowe's.
Oh, wow.
One of those days where we had just finished deliveries and it was like 11 in the morning. So we just dicked around and drove around and...
Yes, let's advertise this on the internet.
Ran out the clock at Lowe's. They fired us without
That's true.
any option. So fuck Lowe's.
No severance, nothing.
Yeah, they're like, oh, relocating to some other department or get fired and take a pay cut. So this game... is kind of like it's a Warriors game, but the cast of characters is like all over the place. So you have characters from Ninja Gaiden, you have characters from Dead or Alive, you have characters from Neo. I believe you have characters from fucking, what's it called? Fuck, I just had the name in my mind. I think there's some Atelier characters on here too. Let me see here. It doesn't really say what characters it has. No, it's not like the other Wikipedia entry. But basically, it says rousing action, character original moves and attacks, deadly Muso rush, 30 heroes from 13 franchises. So this has a pretty good amount of characters to play with. And I've been thinking about starting this game for a very long time. I just keep forgetting that I have it. I was looking through my collection to see which ones that I had. So yeah, I just grabbed it, and if this wins, I'm not going to be mad about it. It does have Atelier characters, so what are they called? It's like Atelier Furious, Atelier Iris, Atelier Risa, which are the new ones. So yeah, it has some of those characters in there. And it has William from Neo. That is pretty cool. I know it also has characters from Warriors Orochi, Samurai Warriors, and Dynasty Warriors. So it kind of covers like all of those franchises into one neat package. So I'm interested in this one. Hopefully, I trust our patrons.
Do you? Do you?
I would be a little bit upset if it was One Piece or Token Rambu, but you know. Every time they try to get me, they fail. So
that's very true.
Yep.
You always wind up loving it.
Yep. All right. So your turn. What's your last book?
My final book is the one that I honestly want to read the most. It is The Golden Compass by Philip Pullman. Let me see here. I think everybody's familiar with this, but Philip Pullman's The Golden Compass has been changing the worlds for 25 years. For this magnificent new edition, renowned artist Chris Wormole has created more than 100 full-color illustrations to bring the story to vivid life. Oh yes, this is the illustrated edition.
Oh,
In
nice.
these pages, readers will meet Lyra and her daemon, Pantaleimon. Lyra is leaving the stone and ivy of Oxford and rushing to the cold far north where witch clans and armored bears rule. North, where the gobblers take the children they steal, including her friend Roger. North, where her fearsome uncle Azrael is trying to build a bridge to a parallel world. Can one small girl make a difference in such great and terrible endeavors? This is Lyra, a savage, a schemer, a liar, and as fierce and true a champion as Roger or Azrael would want. But what Lyra doesn't know is that to help one of them will betray is that to help one of them will be to betray the other. Yeah, the gobblers. So, fun story about the Golden Compass.
What is a gobbler?
I don't remember.
Okay. I know
it's like that episode of The Simpsons, the Kiko and Mariela make you watch.
That was a funny episode. It sounds to me like a mix between a penguin and a turkey.
Oh my god.
Just imagine a turkey going like...
I can't. So the thing about the Golden Compass, let me just go all the way back. So I don't know if any of y'all remember...
Daniel Craig was in the Golden Compass.
Or if any of y'all live far south enough, or far into the Bible Belt enough, I should say, to remember this shit. But Golden Compass caused some controversy right around the same time that everybody thought that Harry Potter was satanic and was bringing witchcraft into your homes. So was the Golden Compass, because at the end of these books, they go kill God. Okay? There was an email chain, a fucking email chain that was being forwarded around to all of the parents saying, don't let your children read this here book because they kill God. And my mama told me I wasn't allowed to read this book. And that year for Christmas, my daddy bought me, after the movie came out, my daddy bought me the movie for Christmas, and I had to tell him point blank, Daddy, I can't watch this movie because they kill God. And he looked at me like I was on crack. He was just like, what? I think he was disappointed that I was being influenced. Anyway, so
before you continue.
Oh no, I wanted to tell him.
You can continue. You can tell it, but
okay.
We're not changing. I'm not going into mine or anything. I just want to make a call.
Okay.
Okay. So to any and all of our listeners, if you grew up in the South, like in the
Bible Belt,
like Carradine did, right?
Tell me if you experienced this stuff. No.
Yes, but with something else in particular. I want to know if you played Final Fantasy VI.
Oh, right. You
or
told
Final
me this.
Fantasy Tactics.
This is probably going to get an answer from Carmen.
Or any sort of JRPG where in the end you kill God. Tell me if your parents found out, or how did you feel while you were killing God?
Did you realize what was happening?
Okay, so...
Did you feel bad about it?
When I was playing Final Fantasy Tactics...
Yeah.
I barely knew English. I was like 12 years old, so I was still learning. Even though I was still learning, I put 2 and 2 together and figured out that the last boss in that game is technically Jesus.
Oh, shit!
So you technically kill Jesus.
Oh, dear!
At the end of the game. So,
oh, boy!
And I was like, huh.
Oh, shit!
So yeah, if you went through something like this, please reach out to us. I really, really want to know.
Please and thank you.
Okay, continue with what you were saying.
So when I was at my old job, when I first started there, I had a bunch of reading time on my hands, and I actually checked the Golden Compass out from the library, not this illustrated edition, and I kind of felt a little bit bad about it, but I was like, you know what? I want to see for myself. Just like with Harry Potter, I want to see for my fucking self, because I heard that that Harry Potter was evil and was going to make me a witch and I was going to burn in hell. And it's just a really beautiful story about love and friendship written by a terrible woman. So I'm like, let me make my own fucking judgment for once. Thank you. So I started reading it and I fucking loved it. I loved it. But, you know, I'm reading like 10 books at a time. I was going too slow. It was due at the library. And I was like, let me just write down where I am. I'll recheck it out. And I never did. There was no, like, I didn't intentionally not check it out again. I just never did. I did see it on sale. The whole series was on sale on Kindle one day. I did buy it, and I still didn't read it. And then I saw this illustrated edition at Bright Light, and I had some credit. I'm like, you know what?
I'm gonna buy that.
Let me get this bitch. I'm gonna get this bitch and finally fucking read these books. Because I really, really was enjoying this one. But that was it was before I met you. So it was at least 6 years ago that I was trying to read this. So
yeah, I get it.
I don't remember how far I got into it. But
You know, well, you've been talking like I've been stewing on that killing God at the end of the game. There's a Pokemon game that does that. I think it's like Pokemon Platinum.
really?
Where
are all the email chains about Final Fantasy and Pokemon?
That's
telling
what I
you
wanna know.
telling you not to let your
Pokemon
children.
because they evolve and
Oh
evolution
God!
is not
Charles
real.
Darwin didn't know what he was talking about.
Yeah. But in
Creationism.
I think in Pokemon Platinum at the end, you get to fight Dialga? No, Giratina? I don't fucking know Pokemon
I don't know.
names.
Don't look at me like
Anyways,
I know.
it's technically Pokemon God, and you either capture him or make him faint, and then you win.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you make God faint?
So you even get to kill God in Pokemon.
Oh my gosh, I can't.
Oh, it's so funny. It's like, what is it with the Japanese and killing God?
And Philip Pullman.
Next thing you'll know is that in Yakuza you're killing God at the end of the game.
Oh Lord.
And Ichiban's crying at him. It's like, why won't you be a good God? While beating the crap out of him.
Bless it.
All right, my final game. My final game is Warriors Orochi Ultimate 4. I had been wanting to buy this game for a very long time. I wanted to get a digital, but I didn't because it would go down in price to like, let's say $15. But then you looked at all the DLC for the game. And when you put all the DLC together, it ended up being more than $100. So they did the Ultimate Edition. And I don't think the Ultimate Edition has all the DLC in it. I don't know what DLC it has, but let's see what it says. Transcend the power of gods. Fight thousands in battle. Over 170 characters, including newcomers Gaia and Ryu Hayabusa. Ooh, Ryu's in this game. Nice. He's from Ninja Gaiden.
Oh.
New storylines and side stories. Learn the truth behind the rage of the gods. All new Infinity Mode challenge. That sounds like fighting an infinite numbers of people.
Bless it.
I actually did start this game when I bought it. I hopped off it really quick because these games, like I said, you start off with your normal attacks and you have to unlock everything as you're playing. But I felt like it was very limited, so I kind of like hopped off and started playing something else and never came back to it. But I would like to play this again. I think this and Samurai Warriors 5 might be the newest ones that I have apart from Fire Emblem Warriors. But like I said, I just want a good Warriors game. I picked these. Two of them might be stinkers. One because I know nothing and the other one because it's apparently boring. But I'll play it, finish it. I feel like this one is going to be fucking eternal because of the amount of characters and DLC and everything in it. So
Watch it be the best thing ever.
you imagine? It's like
Just like fucking Cyberpunk. So random.
If I find Cyberpunk in one of these Warriors games again, I'm going to be so happy.
Bless it.
But yeah, those are our options. Do we want to go through the list?
Sure.
Okay, so starting off, what do you got?
I got The Fork, the Witch, and the Worm by Christopher Paolini.
I got One Piece Pirate Warriors 4.
I got Grave Mercy by Robin Lefevre.
Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes.
One More Thing, Stories and Other Stories by BJ Novak.
I hope that one wins. Token Rambu Warriors.
I Am Malala by Malala.
Yusufai?
Yeah.
Yusuf?
Just by Malala.
I got Warriors All-Stars.
I got the Golden Compass by Philip Pullman.
And Warriors Orochi 4 Ultimate.
Sweet. Make sure you vote by the end of the day on December 3rd. Well, maybe even up till noon on December 4th. How about just up to noon on December 4th?
Yeah, up to noon on December 4th.
Yeah.
I will spam it every day on our socials to remind everybody.
Vote for the Golden Compass.
No, vote for BJ Novak.
Vote for the Golden Compass.
I'm going to give you a little bit more incentive for voting for one more thing, Stories and Other Stories.
What?
BJ stands for Blowjob. His name is Blowjob Novak.
I don't understand you.
So it's funny. Vote for it. All right. So what time is it now?
It is 9:52. It's time for Give Me the Garbage.
All right. That is Give Me the Garbage.
This week's restaurant is Paisano's Stone-Fired Pizza. Hubby discovered this one at work when work decided to give them free pizza. And he was like, this is amazing. We need to try it.
Yeah. Pretty much that's it. Like one day some dude is like, oh, I bought you guys pizza. It's like some dude that's not even part of our team just came in and said they bought us pizza. I've never seen this dude before or after that day.
That's really random.
Yeah.
It's lucky. You're lucky to be live.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I got you guys pizza, and there's like soda and everything there. So go,
Who the hell are you?
Go eat. And like it was like the extra large pizzas that we got, and it was like 12 of them.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot of fucking pizza.
Wow. So we recently wanted pizza, so we decided we're going to get Paisano's. So we got this giant ass pepperoni pizza, breadsticks, and wings. And little did we know that the fucking wings would be our favorite part. So we got their wings with the hot calabrese sauce, pepperoni pizza, like I said, and then their breadsticks are regular breadsticks, but they look like, I don't know, they look weird. They're not like your typical breadsticks, I feel like. They look like a miniature version of Olive Garden breadsticks.
They look like a literal drumstick that you used to play drums
Yeah,
with.
they do. That's a good point. They
Yeah.
do look like drumsticks, like literal wooden drumsticks.
Yeah, they look like that. But they don't taste like that.
No, they don't. So the pizza was gigantic. I mean, the pepperonis were like,
The size of my nipples.
yeah, they're bigger than like the average areolas.
But they taste better than nipples too.
Oh my god, I can't.
They're so good. Like they're massive.
They are so
they're-
fucking good and massive.
They're big old chunky nipples.
Areolas.
Pepperoni.
Big old chunky pepperoni slices. Lord help us.
Fuck did that come out of my mouth when I meant to say
I can't.
pepperoni? Anyways,
Oh.
they're big. They're very juicy. They're thin, very thin. They're flavorful, and the sauce in this pizza. This sauce is incredible. Like you can tell it's fresh home in restaurant made sauce because you find chunks of tomato in it.
Yeah. Yeah, I especially noticed it with the breadsticks. Like, this marinara sauce is fire. It is so good and so fresh. So fresh. Like, you can literally taste the tomatoes. Like, you know, with like your Pizza Hut and Domino's and Papa John's sauce. It's so processed. It's like, when was it a tomato? Ever.
Maybe 2 years ago.
But no, God, it was so fresh and yummy. And that pizza, oh my God. It is too big. It is a little too big. It was too big for me. It was a little too big. I did want the slices to be a little bit smaller.
They're like New York style slices.
They were like
They're
bigger than
big.
my face.
They're very big slices. But they don't skimp out on the cheese.
No,
either.
they don't.
They put a lot of cheese in them. I wish they put more pepperoni in it. But because they're so big, it would cover the entire pizza.
Big old areolas.
It would cover the entire pizza
Slice.
and pepperonis. But
Yeah.
like I tried that pizza the first time at work, and it was cold, And it was a Supreme pizza, and it was cold. And as soon as I bit into it, I texted you. I'm like, this pizza's fucking amazing. We need to eat here.
Even though it was cold.
Yeah. So that's how good it is. And
Yeah.
it's like cold from sitting there. It's not cold from the fridge.
Right. Right. Wasn't hot anymore.
Yeah. It's like I had lunch and then I ate 3 more slices of pizza.
Oh my gosh.
That's how good that shit was.
The breadsticks were like pillows of bread. They were so fluffy and magical. They don't look magical at all.
They don't.
But they taste really fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
Really, really good. But my favorite part was the wings.
Definitely.
I had wing sauce all over my face. Oh my God.
All the way up to your forehead.
I did. Oh my God. I don't think we were prepared for how fucking amazing those wings were going to be.
And like I just got wings because I wanted wings. Like I wasn't expecting them to be good or anything.
They were phenomenal. We were like, I don't even know. We were like vacuums with those wings. So like the sauce kind of tastes like Frank's meets like fresh peppers and shit. I don't even know.
Actually, I'm going to look up what that sauce is.
Hot calabrese sauce?
Yeah, because I had never heard of it. And I was like, well, it's not regular ass wings. So I don't know what's in the sauce. I know that it had peppers in it and it was spicy. Okay, let's see. Distinctive condiments come from the Calabria region of Italy, famous for their hot Calabrian peppers made with Calabrian chili peppers, diced vegetables, and preserved in oil. It is the perfect condiment to have a spicy kick to eggs, pizza, pasta sauces, salad dressings, and sandwich.
Definitely has a fucking kick.
So, the closest thing I can use to describe this to you, you know that relish, that hot pepper relish?
Yes.
Kind of like that, but it's a mix of that and the chili oil, not the garlic paste, the chili oil that they give us at
Pad Thai?
yes.
Okay.
Look at it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I can see
But
that.
instead of being that finely chopped, it's like bigger.
Kind of chunkier.
Yeah.
But
Because the first time you said you didn't see the peppers, but I did. And this time,
Yeah, I
last
didn't
night,
notice them.
when we had them, it had a lot of peppers in it. So
it's the best wing sauce I think I've ever tasted in my life. It has really got a kick to it, so I'm surprised that it didn't bother you more than what it did.
No, I was perfectly fine with it. The wings themselves, even though they had been sitting for like at least 15 minutes while we got from the restaurant to here,
They were still hot and crispy. Very, very, very good. Wingstop needs to take some tips.
they were perfectly
Some
fried.
pointers.
They were juicy. They were not. Had no pink inside.
Crispy.
And their blue cheese was crazy
Oh my
good too.
God. It has to be house made. It has to. It's so good. Because, bottled blue cheese, it's just not the same. It's not.
And I had been seeing this place for a while on Facebook and on Instagram popping up. It's like,
Because they replaced Jet's Pizza. That was right there, right?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it used to be a
They
Jet's
were
Pizza.
like, oh, we're training our new people. Oh, the new people are testing the food, like this and that. I'm like, what is it, brick fired?
Stone
Stone-fired?
Stone-fired, yes.
I'm not a huge fan of stone-fired because not everybody knows how to make a good stone-fired pizza. Most of them actually really fuck it up royally. This place was incredible.
So good. And it doesn't make your fingers super dirty.
No.
Like Blaze.
I hate Blaze so much.
I know you hate
That
Blaze.
place
I knew
is
that was a
fucking
good thing to
garbage.
compare it to.
It's trash.
Oh gosh. Bless it.
Garbage.
Oh, totally garbage.
Yeah, no.
Even
garbage.
just based on the wings alone, it's garbage.
I don't like the price, but it's still
Yeah, it
garbage.
ain't cheap, but it's good.
It's very good. Very, very good. So, that's it, right?
Yeah, that's it.
An hour and 20 for this week's episode?
Yes, vote for the Golden Compass.
No, vote for Blowjob Novak.
Oh my God.
So, let Blowjob Novak win.
Let's let the people decide.
Yeah. All right. So, do you want to say goodbye to everyone, Karen?
Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye, everyone.